When someone says the word Badlands, for many folks, it evokes visions of rugged terrain filled with craggy rock formations, twisting canyons, and miles of unrelenting terrain. The kind of terrain a person could wander around in for days or longer, gradually losing hope that they will ever come out of the other side alive. What they probably don't picture is finding a well-built and well-priced gem of a winch in the aisles of a store not necessarily known for that sort of thing. As I built out our Jeep Gladiator, I knew at some point I was going to have to decide on what kind of recovery gear I would need. A good recovery gear kit includes a number of things to help you out in tough situations when you or someone else finds themselves stuck in a precarious situation. And a good winch is the foundation of any recovery setup. Now, I've owned a number of name brand winches over the years, everything from Warn, Super Winch, Ramsey. I've used both steel cable, synthetic ropes. I've even replaced solenoid packs and gears on a couple of them. At this point, when it comes to winches, I know them inside and out pretty well, and I know what I like. After researching some of the latest and greatest winches on the market, I came across a few reviews of the Badlands Apex 000lb Winch by Harbor Freight. The first couple of reviews were very complimentary, but I'm always skeptical of what people say on the internet. 20 some odd videos later, a number of reviews, some of them obviously sponsored, I decided that for $600, less if you can catch a 20% coupon like the one they're running right now for Father's Day, you end up with a very well-built 12,000-pound winch loaded with synthetic line, a nice fair lead, beefy hook, and a wireless remote controller, which you don't get in a lot of winches. Installation of any winch is pretty straightforward. In this case, they give you everything you need to install it, and also include a host of other items, including a kit to remote locate the solenoid pack if you prefer to have a lower profile or hidden winch look up front. They also include a battery isolator or cutoff switch to ensure that the winch isn't drawing any power while the vehicle isn't running. One thing to note is that this winch is pretty wide and also fairly deep, so it may be a tight fit in some locations, as was the case on our Rugged Ridge OAR stubby bumper, which, as you can see, has the support mounts for the fair lead mount that angle back towards the rear of the bumper on both sides. This caused the sides of the winch housing to ride up a bit and made it so the winch wasn't sitting flush within the nice surface of the bumpers. The fix for us was easy. 4 half-inch steel bushings and some slightly longer and upgraded bolts, and we were mounted and secured just enough clearance on both sides to allow for some room for the housing to flex under load if needed. Routing the wires was a fairly easy thing on the Gladiator. We had plenty of room to avoid the fan shroud and any of the moving parts inside the engine compartment. Once connected to the battery isolator, the provided short positive lead had plenty of reach to get to the battery, as did the negative wire. As you can see, the winch operates well once connected. It also spools out with just the right amount of resistance. So, is this thing going to hold up under usage in the field and a variety of conditions? Well, only time will tell, and we'll be sure to report back with a long-term review once we get a few field tests in. But for right around $500 after the 20% off coupon, this winch stands out as a great potential performer, coming in a lot less than some of the others it competes with, and is worth the test, given all of the positive feedback out there. So, see you out there.